Hi and welcome student to this new video. In this video we will going to build an e-commerce website in Tailwind CSS for beginners. So this video is entirely for beginner. A beginner can learn a lot of things from this video. Now let me show you how we can create an end-to-end e-commerce website with the help of HTML and Tailwind CSS. As you will already familiar with Tailwind CSS, it is a framework of CSS which help us in writing the CSS in one HTML file. Okay, so let me show you what is Tailwind CSS. Okay, so Tailwind CSS saying that rapidly build modern website without even leaving your HTML. So you will no need to create an separate CSS file. Okay, you will have to use the utilities class is provided by framework Tailwind. Okay, now let me show you how to integrate the Tailwind CSS in your app. Okay, now come to CDNs. Here you will see the script file. You will have to copy this one. Okay, I think I can copy this everything, but let me show you. You will have to write the basic boilerplate of HTML, and here let me paste this one and also rename it to ecom app. Okay, now let me run this. Here you can see the ecom app. Now I think I should to yes, let me see whether the Tailwind CSS is working or not. Ecom app, and later apply some classes on this text x3l and also font bold and underline. I will also disable this AI tool so that it will not irritate you. Okay, now let me show you. Yes, it is applied successfully. Now I'm going to build an e-commerce website and I have not decided to build which one, but let me get an idea. So first we will have a new bar, and this new bar must contain two things. One is from brand, and the another section will be included for the new icons. Okay, now let me create another div, and in this div we will have a UL, and this U will contain the LI, and this LI will contain the anchor tag for the navigation menu. Okay, now let me create another LI, and in this we will also have the another anchor tag. Now I create another list item, and this will also contain the anchor tag. Okay, now let me give it the logo name here. For example, in H2 ecom, give it some pretty name, easy ecom. Okay, and also let come to this point, and here we will have home. Okay, we will have products. Okay, and we will also have the admin, and in admin we will also have some other features. Okay, this is for admin only. If the user is admin, then it can access. Let me create here another UL tag which is for cart. Okay, if a user is buying something, then it will store in the cart. So here I will use the cart icon, but let me now use the cart. Now let's see what has happened here. Here you can see this everything has come. Now let me make it beautiful. So for making it beautiful, to the parent I will come and give it some classes just like flicks. What the flicks is doing, the flicks will bring them in one line. Here you can see they have come in one line. Now let me give it justify between. Okay, now let's see. Here you can see they have now away from each other, and also I will have to give some amount of padding just like 4. Now let's see it's working or not. Yes. Okay, now I will also have to make this one little bit beautiful. Okay, so it is a brand name, so let's come to this and give it some amount of styling. just like I want to give it text for Excel font of bold. Okay, now let's see whether it has, okay, it's good now. And also to these uh, uh, link icons, now let give it the flicks so that they will come to one line. You can see. Now let me give it some amount of gaps of 4. Now let me see. Yes, it is now pretty well. And I think I should to give this one the item center, that it will horizontally aligned. Okay, now you can see sorry, vertically aligned. Now you can see it is looking pretty. And now I will have to make the new bar background little bit beautiful. So what background color is good? I think I should to go with the black for now, and the text should to be white if the background is black. You can see now it is looking very good. Okay, I wanted to make this little bit beautiful and bigger. So for this purpose let come to the each anchor tag. I will have to style. Okay, let us select it multiple and give them a proper class. Okay, why this is not working? Okay, class, and let me give it some amount of font size. So for this we can use the text LG I think, and also the font should be semi bold. Okay, I think this is right. And you can see now it's looking pretty awesome. But I also wanted that it should have a hover effect. Okay, now let give it the hover effect. When I hover it, then the text should or yes, text should go to gray of 300. Okay, now let me show you. Here I have applied the 300 of gray color if I hover the text. Okay, now here you can see whenever I'm hovering the new icon, it is going to gray color. Okay, now let me see. Yes, here you can see this is not looking good. Okay, this is not looking good. So for this purpose I can do something that on smaller screen I want to decrease the size of this thing. So now it will become beautiful. Here let go to the, this should be on a medium screen, and for a smaller screen I will have to make it a text of 2XL. I think it should work now if I refresh it. And yes, here you can see now it is looking pretty awesome. Okay, so this was for responsiveness, that when the screen is smaller then it should look like this. Okay, now I think I can also decrease the size and font bold if the screen is smaller. Okay, for this here let us select this thing, so we can multiply select. Now I want that this should be an empty screen, but when the screen is smaller then the text should to be SM I think, or I can try also the MD. Okay, but I think it is now good. Okay, so here you can see on bigger screen it is now like this, and on smaller screen you can see their sizes are now smaller. Okay, so this is pretty awesome. Let me check whether my sound is passing or not. Okay, so I think it is working. Now I will have here to create a beautifully hero section. So for that purpose I will have to search an image. uh, okay, brand image for hero section. Okay, I will search with this name. Okay, I think here I can find some brands which can help me in beautifully. Okay, which one to select? It has already the things. Okay, I will have to decide one in them. Okay, now let's leave this. I can go to Unsplash. There I can find there I can find the beautifully. Okay, I think I should use some beautiful image. I think I should use this one. Okay, it is now downloaded. Let me paste this to this folder. So I will have to cut it from this folder and bring it to here, and I will rename it to hero section. Okay, now let's come to this and here I have completed the navbar, so I will have to disable this one. Okay, I think okay, it's good. Now let's create here a hero section. So for that I will have to create a section, and I will have to code here, but before I will have to give it the background color, background image bg. Okay, I think I should pass here an image so that his src will equal to hero section. Now let's see whether it is applied or not. Here you can see the image has now come, and it is pretty awesome. I think just like I was looking for, but let me decrease little bit it width and height. I want it to be the width should to be full, and the height should to be, here you can give the custom height. So I want to give it 80 or 90 vh. I think 90 vh will be the best. Now I think it is good, but it is stretched so that I can go with the object fit. Now let's see. Okay, object center. That's why not working. Let me search these two classes, object fit in Tailwind. So it is good, but why it's not working? I think it is worked, but okay, so it is good. Now let me here give it some amount of brightness. So for brightness I can go and give it brightness of 75, I think. Now let's see whether it is applied or not. Here you can see the brightness is now applied, and I wanted to make it absolute. Now let's see whether it is absolute or not. Okay, so it is already absolute, I think. Okay, now I will have to make here h2, and this h2 contain what was the name of the shop, easy ecom. So let me easy ecom provides what you look for. Okay, when I have made everything in this, so you should to be far and you. Okay, now I think it is good, and I will have to make it as z index of -2. I think it will good now. Here you can see it is now appeared. Okay, now I will have to make it in center and little bit bigger. So class and the text should go to 6 pixel, and let me give it the font bold. Here I'm going to see. Here you can see it is now good, but I think it is very bigger. I don't want it to be here I will have to build another h2. This is h2, but I want to also build here a div. Okay, and I want to give this one a class of flex, and justify should to be between, and also give some amount of padding, and the padding should be at pixel. Now let's see what is happening. So okay, it's now from every direction, but I wanted the image, this should to be relative, and this should to be from top 0, from left 0. Okay, I think it should not work. Now it's pretty awesome, and let me also style it little bit. For example, in here in h2 I want to buy more with us, and also in p tag here I want a lot of text, so lorem of 20, I think. Yes, now let me format the document. So here you can see, if I show you now, here this is looking in this way. Okay, it's now good, but I will have to make the fully body text white cursor as here you can see in the section I should give them a white text. Okay, so text should to be white. Now here you can see it is now pretty well. I will have to make it little bit beautifully and bring it down here. So for that purpose let me go to the that, and I will have to give it the item center. Now let's see what is happening with the item center. It's now in center, but I have not decided that how much height it should take. So I think it should take the height of 90 vh, as I have decided it for the image, so that is the good size I think. Now here you can see, but let me give it some amount of the gap, so that they will be away from each other. So gap I can give for 10. Let me see what is happening. Here you can see it is now a little bit away from that, and also this is not looking so good, so that for this okay, uh, let me do in this way. Here you can see it is not now looking best, so I will also make it beautifully. Okay, now I will have to make this little bit bigger, and also this I want to decrease the width of this. So here come, and okay, for this let me give it the class of text should to be 3xl, and the font should to be bold. Okay, now let's see. Here you can see it is now looking pretty, and I also want to make the width for this little bit here I want to give it the class, and the width should be 32. Now it's here the 32 is very less, but let me see whether 52 is good or not. Okay, I think 52 is good, but here is still something bad happening. uh, I think for this, let me give this section a width w4. Okay, now let me see. Now you can see that it has a good amount of spacing, and also now let me give some amount of gap between these two. So for that I can give here a empty of 6. I think this will work good. Now here you can see it is working good, and I think this is pretty well, but I also want here something further, and this is not looking so good. So I want to decrease the brightness little bit further, so this should to go to 50. Now let's see whether what is happening. Now you can see the brightness is more. Okay, now I think this is pretty well, but the nav bar is black and this color is so this is not looking pretty. Let me choose this color. It was not enabled. Why? This is what's happened to this. This is not working. What is the reason? Okay, so let me close these steps. So this is pretty well. Now let me write here something for beautiful visual. Here in P I'm also using to write lorem of 25, and let me format the document. Here you can see now it's looking beautiful, but I will have to give the class of empty 20. Okay, okay, this is good. I think this is good, but empty of 20, and I also want the text should to be gray of 200. Now let's see what is happening. The text is now changed, and I think this is now good, but I will have to bring here some thing. This is not looking pretty, and for this I can go to this, and I want the text should to be center. Okay, now it's looking beautiful, and yes, I think I can decrease to 5 pixels so that will look beautifully. Now this is I think good. Now let me create make it responsive because it is looking very ugly. So for that we can go and say this one the section, very section, that you should to be flex wrap. Okay, but it is going to in this should be, but in MD it should no wrap. Okay, MD flex no wrap. I think it should work now. Okay, but if I go to this section now, here you can see it is now looking beautiful. And yes, but it is not taking the whole space. Here you can see in empty, because I have given here a lot of space, so that is overflowing. For that I can go and here I can say that should to be an empty, but in the smaller screen it should to be empty of 3, and for this it should to be an empty, but in smaller screen it should to be empty of 6. Okay, now let's see what is happening. Now here you can see it is aligned beautifully. Okay, so this is how you will have to make a responsive changes. I'm not going to build a very beautiful thing, but I'm going to teach you how you will have to make thing responsive. Okay, now I will have to build another section for the feature products. So here let me now disable the section, so I will have to create another section. That section contain the h2, and that will be featured products. Okay, and that feature product should have some images, but let me make it beautiful little bit, and I wanted to give it some amount of spacing from the top. Empty should to be 4. I think now let me see whether it has come or not. Here you can see, and I also want to give it some amount of padding from all direction. It should to be 6. Now let's see what is happened. Here you can see it is now looking pretty awesome, and for this I will give it some amount of size. Now this should to be text 3XL, and the font should to be semi bold. Okay, there is no suggestion in 2025. I'm not getting any suggestion from Tailwind CSS. Okay, and here you can see the features products. Now let me find some products. Okay, finding the images is the big issue. Products, images. I think Demi-JSON is providing beautiful products, so I think I should use there. This is an API, so from this I will grab the links of each product. I think I can see where is the product link. Product link, I want the product link. I think this is the, what is this, let me see, this is QR code, and this is I think the thumbnail. Yes, this is the thumbnail. So let me copy this one, copy link address, and let me build here another div, and this div should have class. They should to be flex, and justify should to be center, justify center, and item centers. Okay, and a gap of 4. Yes, I think now let me here get an image, and the source should to be this one, and let me give it some amount of width and height. So the width should to be 40, and the height should to be 40. Okay, and the object should to be fit, and object should to be center. Okay, now let's see whether it has worked or not. I'm blindly doing this. So here I think I can get the image, but it is loading. Yes, okay, now I will have also to make this. Okay, this is a feature product, but I think I can also let me see whether this is loaded or not. It is taking a lot of time to load, so I will have also to use another products. Okay, this is I think another. Okay, I will also trying to find this is another one. Copy link address, let reuse this one, only change the CDN. Okay, so this is changed to this one. Now let's see what has happened. Okay, the another project will be shown here. Okay, this is good. Now I think I should show here 5 items, and that should to be center here. So for that purpose I will have to give it the width of 100 full, and that further should have the width of full. Now it should to work correctly. Okay, now that will appear here. I don't know why it is very slow. Okay, so here in this I will have to make a style tag, and the style tag I will have to make the body. The body should have the width of I think this is not style. Here I will have to select the body, and body should have the width of 100 VW. Okay, this is now pretty well, and I will say that overflow of X should to be hidden. Good. Now let me bring another products here. I think I can increase the size is little bit. So for that I think we can use one property which is size, and the size should go to 52. Also for this one let me use the size property. Okay, so here you can see it is now proportionally working. I will also have to bring another products, but when I hover this should to change little bit. Okay, whenever I'm hover you should have a shadow of MD. Whenever I'm hover you, your cursor should to be pointer. Okay, now let's see is this happening or not. Okay, here you can see it is getting the shadow effect, and also the cursor pointer. But I also wanted that whenever I'm hover you, your scale also go to 105. Now you can see it is working correctly. I will also have to use another images. I am surprised that why this is not working. The style for this justify spelling is there is mistake in the justify spelling. I was surprised that why it is not working. So here you can see it is now in the center. So I also want to use another 3 products. So for that I will go to the demo.json, and I will grab from here. Okay, this is another element, and I will copy their link, and I will duplicate this one and use the CDN, and I will go again and fetch another product, this lipstick, and I will again duplicate this one and use their CTN. Yes, and I will again go here, and this time I'm going to bring the polish one. Let me duplicate this again, and for that one I will select its CDN, and I will replace this one. Now let's see what has happened in my app. Here you can see the 5 products are loaded, but it will take some time on the initial loading because I'm getting it from the CDN, so it will loading. Okay, so this is the products. I think I should give it some amount of shadow so that they will look pretty awesome. Let me give it some amount of shadow. 1 2 3 and the 4 5. What the hell? Let to do. Okay, this is going wrongly. Now let me give it some amount of shadow. So shadow should to be MD if I'm not wrong. Okay, now it's looking pretty awesome, but I will have also to give it some amount of margin from the top, MD of 4. Now let's see. Now it's looking good, and now I will have to build the another section below this one. I think it is not responsive if I'm not wrong. Okay, here you can see it is not responsive. So for responsive purpose I will have to make it let me see, if I give it this MD and the block, whether it will work or not. But here is a problem. You can see that they are not coming in one line, okay, in center. So for that purpose I will have to use it should to be flicks. It should to be flicks, but here I can do one thing, that it should to be wrapped while in MD the flicks should to be flicks no wrap. Okay, but it should to flicks wrap while the screen is smaller. Okay, now here you can see when I'm in smaller screen the products are good. You can see it's looking pretty good. Okay, or I can increase its size also in the smaller screen. So here you can go and select this 4. I want this should to be in the medium screen, but when the screen is smaller its size should to be 72. Now let's see whether 72 utility class is present or not. I have saved it. Let's refresh this one. Okay, now here you can see it is now looking pretty well, but I think the before why was good, having 2 products in each section. So I think I should to leave it in this way. Let me refresh it. What has happened, why it was too bigger? Okay, it's good now. Okay, so here is a problem. I was surprised why this is happening. Now it is looking good. Okay, so this should to be in the responsive, and this should to be in the computer screen. Okay, everything is done, but here you can see this is getting some problems, so I will have to fix this one. I think when I declare her as some classes in the body, so that got issue. So I think I should to remove this style. This is disturbing the normal styling. Okay, now it's looking pretty good. This is the featured products. Okay, now I will have to build another section for the two products showing. Okay, now let me create another section and collapse this one, also this one. So I will have to create another section, and this should to be H2 top brands, 40% off. Okay, now let's see. Here you can see this one. I have also to apply these classes on this one, on this section class. Yes, so for this edge I also have to bring the classes from this one. Where is the H2? This one. Now collapse it again. No need for this. Okay, now let me refresh. Here you can see it is now looking pretty well, but I think I can see this is semi gold, and it should to be semi gold. Okay, now it's looking beautiful, and now I will have to create here a two products view. In one I will show the girl, and in another I will show the product. So for this I will have to go to girl, showing product in hand. I think this here okay, let me choose this beautiful model, but it is saying that okay, this is download it, and let me grab this image to the, don't open it, I will have to cut this from here. Okay, let bring it here and rename it to model. So here I will have to create a div, and this div should contain an image, and another div from the right side. This should contain the model one. Okay, this div should be flex, and it should to be justify between, and gap should to be 4. Okay, now let's see here in this one. Here you can see the model picture is too big, so I will have to make it a little bit beautiful. For that purpose I can go to the image, and here let me make it little bit beautiful. The width should to be 60. Let me see what is happening with 60 width. Okay, it is too smaller. I don't want it to be too smaller. 96 width. Okay, I think this is not still good. I think I will have to go to with 1/2. Okay, this is now good. Now I will have to make it a little bit good. So for that I can give it t of 4. This is now looking pretty well, and I will have to create here another section. For that I can go and search the discount card image, so I can find in free pick. I think this is in premium. I will have to find in the free. Okay, so this I think it is good. This is 26 MB. Okay, I will have to extract this one. So for that I'm going to this download folder, and here it has downloaded, and let me extract this to this one, and yes, what is the final image size? This is only 260 KB. Yes, this is good. Let me cut this one and use it in my project folder. So this should to be rename with gift or discount. Okay, and let me use it here in the div image, and this should to be contain the discount jpg, and that should also have the class w should to be 1/2. Okay, now let's see what is happening. Okay, this is looking very small. I think I will have to give it the width of 4, so this will hold the whole place. Here you can see it is now looking beautiful, and also I'm going to decide here for the spacing. So height should to be screen. Now let's see what is happening with height of screen. Here you can see it is now taking the whole, and it is not taking the whole. So for that purpose I can give it fit. Okay, and I will give it height fall. Okay, height fall. Let me refresh this one. Now you can see it is aligned beautifully, and I think the gap is not looking good, so I will have to remove the gap. Now it is looking pretty awesome, but I think I am going to round it corners little bit, or it is good. I think it is good, no need to touch it further. Okay, I think I should to make it 30, cause here in the card it is 30 discount. So let me go to the cards, and here I will have to write the 30. There you can see it is now updated to 30. So this is now looking pretty well, and our product is now going at a good view. Okay, now I will have also to make another sections for the main products or from the products, and I will also have a link to all products. Okay, now let me decide what to do. So this is featured products, and this is the hero section, and this is the tab brands. Okay, now let me create another section. Let me collapse this one, create another section, and this also want the classes of mt4 p6 and w4. Okay, So I applied these three classes, and I am also going to bring here h2, and this h2 should contain, okay, let me copy this h2 and let me collapse this section again. Okay, I revealed another one, and let me collapse this one, and let me replace this with the copied class, copied element. Now I will have to change this to seasonal products. Okay, now what will be in seasonal products? So it is summer, so let me bring here some products for the seasons. Okay, now I will have to decide from where I will grab the seasonal products. Seasonal products, okay, they have bring something other, they are bringing me the seasonal, okay, seasonal e-commerce products. Mm, seasonal main e-commerce products, okay. I am in the search of good products, I'm not finding. Now let me go to the another section. Here in all, I'm going to find here in the here there must be some products, if I'm not wrong. Let me copy this image address. I think I can use the images which I have used in the, let me, okay, and I can use the style of the images which I have used in the feature, not in this one. This is the hero section, okay. New section, in this section I want to copy this. I have also forgotten one thing to make that responsive, and that was the top brand elements. Now let's see whether it has worked or not. Here you can see I have grabbed it now, but let me make it little bit more beautiful, and for making it beautiful I will have to increase the size to 60. Now let's see, it is now looking pretty well, but I have used it here directly. For that purpose I need here a div, and that div must have some classes just like a flex and a justify center, md flex no rep, but flex should to be rep. On smaller screen justify should to be center, and item should to be center, okay. Now let's see whether these classes are applied or not, but I have also to apply here the mdf4. Here you can see it is now looking pretty well. Now I will have to grab also the other trends from here, copy this image, and also let me duplicate this one and use this image instead of the another one. Okay, now let me see whether it is updated or not. Okay, this should to be reloaded. Now here you can see, but I will have also to I think there is needed object should to be top for this one. I need some gap, so here I will have to give it the gap of 4. There is no 4K, and I will also have to bring some another amount, some other images. Let me duplicate this one to third, and let me copy this link and paste it here. Now let's see. Here you can see it is now looking pretty well, and I think these three images are good, but I think I should use another one. If I find somewhere, then I will use, otherwise okay. I think I should use this one. Now let me duplicate this one again and also paste it on top of this, and let me also bring this beautiful girl to my website. Okay, and let paste it on this. Now let me see what is happened with my app. Now it is looking pretty well, but I think I will have to decrease this little bit because it is taking a huge. Okay, I think there is some another issue with this. So for this size I can choose this and go to 56, I think. Now it is looking pretty well. Okay, so I brought this to seasonal. Okay, this is now looking pretty well, but I have not made this section responsive. Okay, okay, this is already responsive. This is looking pretty well, but I think it is not looking beautiful while the screen is smaller. So for that purpose I think I can give the full width to these products. So here I think this should be an MD, and on smaller size should be full. Now let me see whether this is working or not. I am experiencing this thing first time. Okay, this worked. Wow, this has worked and it is looking pretty well, but I think I'm not sure that is good. That's looking good, so that's why I'm going to give it the 52. Now it is looking pretty well because I think another one. This is now looking good. So this is how the products are looking. Now I will have to create a beautiful footer. So for footer I'm going to use another section of footer. Let me create another footer section. Okay, and let me make here 3 section, 1 section, 2 section, and a 3 section. Okay, I will also have to make it some utilities classes just like flicks, gap of 3, and yes, BG should to be black. Okay, now in this first section I will have to use the LUL, and this UL should contain the list item of the links. For example, men fashions, li to women fashion, and another's li seasonal products. Or I can go with the trending products, li 2025 most sell products. So I think this is the good links idea. Okay, this is here, but it is it should have the text to white. Okay, here you can see I will have to give it some amount of padding, just like 8. Now it is good, but I want that it have some spacing. So for spacing purpose I will come here and space y of 2. This is now looking pretty well. Here I want another section, and that section should contain the details like easy, what was the product name, I'm forgetting it again and again. Easy ecom mobile app. Okay, easy ecom branches. Easy ecom office. Easy ecom okay, I will have to decide what further I have to write here. Easy ecom office I have also written, and let me plug in my charger. Okay, easy ecom office, easy ecom trends. Okay, I think these 4 links is enough here. Now let me see, this is here. Okay, I think I should UL here. Now let me see, it's now looking good, but here is a problem. I can go and make justify should to be between. Okay, it is now looking pretty well, and I will have here to make a form. In this section let me create a form, and that form should contain inputs like for name placeholder, enter your name here. Okay, and another input of enter your email here. And the type should to be email, and a button. Okay, a text area for message. Here a button. Now let me see what has happened. Here you can see this is successfully done, but I will have to make it better. For that let's select this one, and also this one. Here I am going to give it class border and shadow. Okay, now let's see, it is now good. pf2 round it, MD. Okay, and for the form let me class it should to be flex, and flex call and gap of 4. Okay, let me give it some amount of width. width of 72. I think I can go with 96. 96. Yes, and the button should be stylized little bit. For the last one, I want it should have some height of 32. Yes, it is looking now good. And this button should to be in the one side class. It should be BG blue of 600 and P of PX of 3 and PY of 2, rounded MD and yes and hour it should to be turned into 700 blue. And I also wanted to self and okay. Here you can see this button is now went to this side and it is looking pretty well. And here I want another section. Okay, I think this is now good. There is no need to further make it, but I think when I make it in this way, there you can see this is now bed. So for that purpose I can go here and I want to make it a little bit beautiful. So I'm going to say here on MD it should not flex no rep, but it should flex rep on the smaller screens. Okay. If I reload the screen and watch the effect, here you can see now this is looking beautiful, but I want when it is on smaller device it should have some amount of margin from the top. Okay, so for that I can come to the this section. I don't know what happened to me. So on MD should to be 0, but on smaller it should to be 4. Okay, now let's see. I think this is now pretty well. So this was a full responsive e-commerce homepage that took me about I can't 1 hour and 8 minutes. And yes, you can do it, you can build it when you know the things. So if you are scaring that AI can build this in 1 or 2 minutes, yes, AI can, but you will have to learn something. And if you like the video and you have watched it till now, then you must have to like the video, and please make sure to subscribe the channel and do beautiful comment. Okay, so keep me in your prayers. Bye.